Welcome everybody to 31 Days of Horror, and today we're taking a look at 2014's Late Phases. So this is directed by Andrea Garcia Bogliano, who I've not seen anything else from before. Horror drama, not often we get drama with horror. The clock's in at 95 minutes long. Stars Nick Demisi, who was also in Stateland, as well as Ethan Embry, who was in The Guest and Vacancy. Lance Guest, who was in Halloween 2, which is a fairly decent sequel to the first film. But then it was also in Jaws of Revenge, which is easily one of the worst sequels ever made, and also an abomination of a film in general, although it is really rather fun to talk about. Then you got Rutiania Elder, who was in Amityville 2 The Possession, which is definitely a better film than the first one. And then The Dark Half, and finally Tom Noonan, who was in Wolfen, The House of the Devil, and The Monster Squad. First of those definitely being somewhat related to this film. So when deadly attacks from a nearby forest beset a secluded retirement community, it is up to a blind army veteran to discover what the residents are hiding. So although this is a solid mix of the horror and drama genres, a bit of a tongue twister there, it doesn't do much new with the whole werewolf subgenre, as you might well have guessed from the art cover there. And nonetheless, still find this to be an engrossing and well executed film. The cast is also really good. The first act perfectly sets up the rest of the plot. It is well produced, the score is solid, the pacing is on point, the violence is effective, it has some engaging thematic weight, and the werewolf transformation scene is slightly different to what you might well have seen before. Certainly what I've seen before, while being great in its own right. So, yeah, you don't see the werewolf transformation right until towards the end, but yeah, it's a satisfying transformation, and even though obviously it's got sorry, even though it's obviously got some budget limitations, I think they overcome that for the most part, and it overall looks really, really great. So yeah, this is one of my favourite, more recent werewolf horror films, and gets a 4 out of 5. This is a release from 101 Films, by the way. I'm not sure if it had a more limited edition release, but I bought this well after it was initially released by them. But it does have a couple of special features. Commentary with the director himself, an FX featurette, and a making of featurette, as well as a trailer. And this was released on Blu-ray for the first time in the UK when it was released, which was back in 2014 itself, I think. But yeah, regardless, well worth seeing, especially if you're looking for a more modern werewolf horror film, because obviously there are the classics, Wolfen, American Werewolf in London, The Howling, but yeah, this is one of my more recent favourites. I think The Wolf of Snow Hollow, or I think that's the title of it, is another really rather good one. Although unfortunately, I don't think I'm able to actually get that on Blu-ray yet. But still, if you haven't seen this, I do really, really recommend it. But if you have, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, because I don't think many people really talk about this film as far as werewolf films go. But yeah, it's well worth seeing, especially since it's really rather quite violent towards the end. Got some really good gore effects in it. An absolute A tier headshot as well in this as well. So yeah, but if you have seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.